Good morning. It is September 19th, excuse me. It is September 13th, and we are here at the Hudson High School getting ready for a whole day of volleyball. We are having the Raider 8 tournament today. There will be 4 teams at the high school and 4 teams at the middle school today playing volleyball. And then after the pool play is done, there'll be a bracket for placements. So some teams may have to switch schools depending on how well they do during pool play. In the court ahead of us, we have our girls here from Hudson High School, the Hudson Raiders, and we're playing Prescott. We just came from the Prescott tournament not that long ago, victorious. Lindsay is our first server of the day. And so I'm sure Prescott is here to even the score. That's a point for Prescott. They're on the board first. There is also another game going on beside us, and that's Northwestern versus Somerset. So there may be occasional times where there's redos due to balls coming across into our field of play. That's a kill for us. The next server for Hudson is Kat. We have 4 teams here, and once they are finished playing each other, and the ones at the middle school are playing each other, they will do the switching. That's a point for Prescott. At the middle school, we have Northwestern and Somerset, Bloomer, and Menominee. That's a kill by Rachel. The score is tied at 2. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in. The next server is Alicia. That's a point for Morgan. Ball is served out of bounds by Alicia. The score is tied at 3. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Ball finds the back corner. Point for Prescott. Overpass was brought down by Prescott. Prescott fails to get that one over the net. Point for Hudson. Substitution being made. Jennifer and I couldn't see there, Amber are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. The next server is Amber. Hudson has 4, Prescott has 5. That's a kill by Prescott. They found the back corner. tip over the net by Brittany. Brittany hints that one into the net. Point for Prescott. Hudson has 4. Prescott has 7. Down ref signaling to hold off on the serve due to a ball coming across. The other game beside us is very tight. It's a 5-5 tie. So there's going to be lots of hooting and hollering. Drops in behind the blockers. Point for Prescott. Brittany splits the blockers. Gets the kill and a point. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. Cammie is the next server. Player in the net on the Prescott side, number 2. As Morgan and Kat were coming up to tip that ball back. So it's a point for Hudson. Cammie's serve is a little short. Substitution for Prescott. Hudson has 6. Prescott has 9. Net serve by Prescott. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. Katie's serve is out of bounds. The line judges, the scorekeepers, the book, and other officials are done by the Hudson JV team. That's a kill by Kat. And Rachel and Lindsay are coming in, and Amber and Jennifer are going out. So we have the Hudson varsity girls playing and the JV girls working. When the JV has their tournament, the Hudson girls will be working lines and scorekeeper. That's an ace for Lindsay. Block at the net by Kat. The score is tied at 10. The other court is tied at 7. So we got some good tight games here today. Lindsay is serving. That's a point for Hudson. Little miscommunication at the net by Prescott. Nice dig by Katie. Nice dig by Kat. Popped over by Rachel. Oh, nobody went for that one. Everybody there, but nobody put their arm out. The score is tied at 11. That's a kill by Kat. Substitutions for both teams. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server for Hudson is Kat. Hudson has 12. Prescott has 11. That's a kill for Prescott. The score is tied at 12. Nice try by Katie. But 4 hits on the Hudson side. Brittany's hit is out of bounds. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. Rachel's hit fails to get over the net. Hudson has 12, Prescott has 16. Timeout being called by Hudson. For the next 4 weekends here at Hudson High School, there will be tournaments. This weekend is the Hudson Varsity Girls Tournament. Next weekend is the JV or Junior Varsity Tournament. The fall 3rd weekend will be the JV2, used to be formerly called the sophomore team. They have a tournament, and then the freshmen have a tournament after that. So it's a very busy 4 weeks for the volleyball girls here at Hudson High School. We invite all of you to come down and root the girls on. For these tournaments, admission is free, and there is a concession stand. And the concession stand is manned here at the high school by the moms of the players to earn money for the girls for equipment, uniforms. That's a kill for Prescott down in front of the blockers. Got to go fetch a ball. Alicia fails to get that ball over the net. Prescott has 12. Prescott has 19. Hudson has 12. Tip being called, or touch, on the Prescott team. So that is a point for Hudson. So Kat has a kill. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Block at the net by Brittany. Point for Hudson. Hit out of bounds by Prescott. The up ref always checks with the line judges and the down ref to see if there's a touch on those. So sometimes it takes me a moment to get the call through to you guys. Brittany pops that one over. Nice hustling by the girls, but it does drop in on the Hudson side. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Prescott has 20. Hudson has 15. Net serve by Prescott. Substitution being made. Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. The The next server is Amber. Coach very upset that nobody went for that ball. That's a point for Prescott. Block went out of bounds. That's a point for Hudson. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. Hudson has 17. Prescott has 21. The next server is Cammie. Cat tips that overpass down for a point. Looks like a player slipped on the floor there for Prescott. Ball drops in on their side. A timeout's being called. As you can see, right next door is the other team playing. The score is very tight there. It's 18-14. And as far as I can tell, Northwestern has 15 and Somerset has 18 on that team. So that's also a tight game. Timeout is over. Girls resuming their places. Hudson has 19. Prescott has 21. Solid kill by Prescott. On the blockers of Prescott and heading out of bounds, so a point for Hudson. Morgan goes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. These games will be the best of three, the first two going to 25, must win by 2, no cap. The third game, if needed, will go to 15, must win by 2 and no cap. Prescott has 23, Hudson has 20. Timeout being called by Hudson. This is game point for Prescott. They have 24. Hudson has 20. Both courts are taking timeout, so it's very quiet in here for a moment. Nice hit by Jennifer. Prescott has taken the first game of the match with a final score of Prescott 25, Hudson 20. be a brief timeout while the players switch sides to get ready for game 2. Players are getting set up for game 2 of the match between the Hudson Raiders and the Prescott Cardinals. Prescott will be serving first this game. Nice kill by Alicia. Gets the Raiders on the board first. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. Cat's serve is in the net. Alicia hits that ball out of bounds. Cat's ball flies out of bounds. Hudson has 1, Prescott has 3. Touch on the ball as it headed out of bounds. That's a point for Prescott. That's a kill for Rachel. Substitution being made on both sides. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in. The next server is Alicia. Ball is served out of bounds by Alicia. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Player in the net. That was Rachel in the net. Oh, a little bit of disagreement here on who was in the net. Well, down ref is going to talk to the up ref for a moment here to see who was in the net. See if maybe both teams were in the net. Nope. They are calling that the player in the net was actually Prescott, so we get the point. Jennifer and Brittany are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Yeah, Kirsten and Jennifer came in. I may have misspoken there. Point for Prescott. Prescott has 7, Hudson has 3. Lift being called on Kirsten. Okay, I am misunderstood. Okay, they were calling the lift on somebody on the Prescott side. And so Cammie comes in and Natalie goes out. And boy, am I getting confused. Cammie is the next server. So Hudson has 4, Prescott has 7. I just saw that ball come between Kirsten's hands and assumed that was being called on us, but it was actually for a player on the Prescott side. Touch being called on the Hudson team. Point for Prescott. Substitution on the Prescott side. Cat barely gets that ball over the net, but does work. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. Morgan fails to get that ball over the net. Point for Prescott. That's a kill for Hudson. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. Nice block by Alicia and Jennifer. Nice block by Kat. Point for Hudson. That's an ace for Katie. Alicia. Okay, I missed something there. As a point for Prescott. Perhaps Alicia touched the net and I missed the call. Drops in on the Hudson side. Hudson has 7, Prescott has 12. That's a kill for Jennifer. Substitution. Rachel and Lindsay are coming in for Jennifer and Kirsten. The next server is Lindsay. over the net by Cat. Blockers hit it out of bounds. That's a point for Hudson. That's a kill for Prescott. They have 13. Prescott has 13. Hudson has 9. Lift being called on Hudson. Point for Prescott. It's a kill for Cat. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Cat. That's a kill by Natalie. Hudson has 11. Prescott has 14. Kathleen's serve is in the net. That's a kill for Rachel. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in. The next server is Alicia. That's an ace for Alicia. Hudson has 13. Prescott has 15. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. That was an excellent play. Rally going on there. A lot of good hits and blocks and dicks. Tip over the blocker's hand. Point for Prescott. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. That's a kill for Natalie. Substitution. Kirsten and Jennifer are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. The next server is Kirsten. Hudson has 15. Prescott has 17. Point for Prescott. balk by Jennifer and Morgan. Point for Hudson. Natalie goes out. Cammie comes in. Next server is Cammie. That's a kill for Jennifer. If Prescott wins this game, the match will be over. If Hudson wins this game, a third game will be needed to determine the winner of the match. That's an ace for Cammie. She finds the back corner. Timeout being called by Prescott. Cammie's serve is out of bounds. Hudson has 18, Prescott has 20. Double hit being called on Prescott, point for Hudson. Morgan goes out, Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. Ball drops in on the Hudson side. Drops in on the Prescott side, a point for Hudson. Substitution, Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Kirsten and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Hudson has 20. Prescott has 21. It's a kill for Kat. The next, Lindsay continues to serve. The score is tied at 21. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Prescott. That's a kill by Alicia. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat, and the score is tied at 22. Drops in on the Prescott side, a point for Hudson. Blocked at the net by Rachel and Alicia. This is game point for Hudson. Timeout being called. Hudson has 24. Prescott has 22. Must win by 2. On the other game across there, Somerset has 12 and Northwestern has 20. They are also on their second game of the match. Prescott is still serving once again. This is game point for Hudson. Drops in on the back side of the court. Point for Prescott. Still game point for Hudson. Hudson has 24. Prescott has 23. That's a kill for Rachel. Hudson has won the second game of the match with a final score of Hudson 25, Prescott 23. Be a brief timeout before the third game of the match begins. We are about ready to begin the third game of the match between the Prescott Cardinals and the Hudson Raiders. This game will determine the winner of the match. Down ref checking rotation. Hudson is serving first. Lindsay is the first server. Drops in behind the blockers. Point for Prescott. That's a kill by Alicia. Score is tied at 1. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. That will be a redo. Ball from the other court has come over into our court of play. They stopped the play immediately. They don't want any of the girls getting hurt by rolling an ankle on a ball. Player in the net on the Prescott side. That happens when you have a lot of close play at the net. A little equipment error over here. Need to tie a shoelace. Drops in on the Prescott side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 3. Prescott has 1. Ball doesn't quite make it over the net. At the net by Alicia. Hudson has 4. Prescott has 2. Morgan comes in. Katie goes out. Alicia is serving. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Timeout being called by Prescott. This is Prescott's first timeout this game. Hudson has taken none. The other court is taking a timeout too. They are about ready to begin the third game of their match, so both of these courts should finish about the same time. Alicia continues to serve. That's a kill for Prescott. Ball was hit out of bounds by Prescott. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. Nice dig by Katie there. Jennifer's ball is hit into the net. Hudson has 6. Prescott has 4. Little trickle over the net there by Morgan. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. The next server is Cammie. Ball was served out of bounds by Cammie. Lift being called on Morgan. Point for Prescott. Good block by a front line. Prescott fails to get that over the net. Point for Hudson. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in. The next server is Katie. Katie's serve is in the net. Hudson has 8. Prescott has 7. Player was in the net. Score is tied at 8. Net serve for Prescott. Substitution. Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Jennifer and Amber. Next server is Lindsay. This game only goes to 15. That was a point for Prescott. The score is tied at 9. Prescott has taken the lead with 10. Hudson has 9. Drops in behind the blockers. Timeout being called by Hudson. Both teams are back out on the court. Prescott has 11, Hudson has 9. Lift being called on Lindsay. Point for Prescott. Rachel does not get that ball over the net. Timeout being called by Hudson. This will be their third and final timeout. Hudson has 9, Prescott has 13. Off the blocker's hands for a point. Hudson has 10, Prescott has 13. Cammie goes out, Natalie comes in, and the next server is Kat. That's a kill for Alicia. Ball is hit out of bounds by Prescott. Timeout being called by Prescott. Hudson has 12, Prescott has 13. That's a kill for Prescott. This is game point for Prescott. They have 14. Hudson has 12. Rachel's ball goes around the antenna. Prescott has won this game and match with the final score. Prescott 15, Hudson 12. Be a brief timeout before the next game begins. Good morning. We are about ready to begin the second match of the day. between the Hudson Raiders. Got to see who they're playing. And Lady Smith. Last game I had said the other court had Northwestern and Somerset on it, but I was incorrect. It was Superior and Lady Smith were on the other court while we were playing Prescott. So in our court we have Hudson versus Lady Smith, and in the other court we have Prescott versus Superior. Lady Smith is serving first, but Hudson's on the board first with a kill from Alicia. Substitution, Brittany is coming in for Cammie. Next server is Kat. That's an ace for Kat. Once again, this match will go the best of 3 games. The winner of 2 games is the winner of the match. Ball is hit out of bounds by Lady Smith. Nice hit by Brittany, but dug up by Lady Smith. And a tip over the net by Lady Smith is out of bounds. That's a point for Hudson. Hudson has 4. Lady Smith has 0. That's an ace for Kat. That's a kill by Alicia. Drops in the open circle. Point for Lady Smith. Hudson has 6. Lady Smith has 1. Rachel is blocked at the net. Point for Lady Smith. That was an interesting kill by Kat. A one-armed lob over the net and falls in on the Lady Smith side. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Drops in on the Hudson side. Alicia goes out. Katie comes back in. Morgan's ball is hit out of bounds. That's a kill for Morgan. Hudson has 8. Lady Smith has 4. Substitution, Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. Excuse me, Hudson has 7. Lady Smith has 4. The next server is Amber. Nope, I was right. Scorekeeper's just a little behind. That's a kill for Hudson. Hudson has 9. Ladysmith has 4. Drops in between 2 players on the Ladysmith side. Point for Hudson. That's a kill for Brittany. Amber continues to serve. Hudson has 11. Ladysmith has 4. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Ladysmith. Point for Hudson. Another kill by Morgan. Between the blockers for a point for Ladysmith. Hudson has 13. Ladysmith has 5. It's a kill for Jennifer. Substitution. Brittany is going out and Cammie is coming in. And the next server is Cammie. Jennifer pops that one down on the Ladysmith side for a point. Hudson has 15. Ladysmith has 5. That's an ace for Cammie. Ball is hit out of bounds by Ladysmith. Timeout being called by Ladysmith. This will be the first timeout of the game. 1 timeout for Ladysmith has been called, none for Hudson. We have a variety of teams from around the area at this tournament. At the middle school, we have Northwestern and Somerset, Bloomer and Menominee. And at the high school, we have Hudson, Prescott, Superior, and Ladysmith. The only 2 teams that are in our division or our conference would be Superior and Menominee. Girls are about ready to begin again. The score is Hudson 17, Ladysmith 5. Touch on the ball before it heads out of bounds. That's a point for Ladysmith. Substitution being made on the Ladysmith side. Net serve by Ladysmith. The next server for Hudson is Morgan. Ball is hit into the net by Ladysmith. Jennifer tips that one back over the net for a point. Drops in over the blockers. Point for Ladysmith. That's an ace for Ladysmith. Drops in on the Hudson side. Hudson has 20, Ladysmith has 9. Drops down on the Prescott side. Substitution being made. Rachel and Lindsay are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. And there's a substitution being made on the Prescott side, or excuse me, the Ladysmith side. Ball fails to get over the nets. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 22, Prescott has 9. Substitution being made on the Ladysmith side again. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 23, Ladysmith has 9. That's a kill for Rachel. This is game point for Hudson. Hudson has 24, Ladysmith has 9. That's an ace for Lindsay and game point. Final score, Hudson 25, Ladysmith 9. There'll be a brief timeout before the players set up for game 2. We are about ready to begin the second game of the match between the Hudson Raiders and Ladysmith. Got some rotation adjustments being taken care of. Lindsay is the first server. Ladysmith's ball goes into the net. Point for Hudson. Alicia takes care of that ball with a kill. Hudson has 2. Ladysmith has 0. kill for Cat. Ball is ruled out of bounds. That's a kill for Cat. Substitution on the Ladysmith side. Hudson has 5, Ladysmith has 0. Ball hits the antenna. That's ruled out of bounds. Point for Hudson. That's a kill for Cat. Drops down on the Ladysmith side. Cat touches the ball before it heads out of bounds. Point for Ladysmith. Hudson has 8, Ladysmith has 1. Lift being called on Hudson. Point for Ladysmith. Ball is hit out of bounds. Point for Ladysmith. That's a kill for Rachel. Cat is the next server. That's an ace for Cat. That's a kill for Rachel. I missed announcing the substitution that Brittany came in for Cammie. Hudson has 11, Ladysmith has 3. That's an ace for Cat. Alicia tips that one over the net for a point. Timeout being called by Ladysmith. Be the first timeout of the game. We are ready to continue on with the game. Timeout is over. Ladysmith took that timeout, their first of the game. That's a kill for Brittany. Hudson has 14. Ladysmith has 3. That's an ace for Kat. That's another ace for Kat. That's another ace for Kat. Substitution being made on on the Ladysmith side. Hudson has 17. Ladysmith has 3. Ladysmith puts that one down on the Hudson side. Hudson has 17. Ladysmith has 4. That's a kill for Rachel. Katie goes out, Morgan came in, and the next server is Alicia. Ladysmith finds the back line for a point. Alicia goes out, Katie comes in. There's a substitution on the Ladysmith side, too. Hudson has 18. Ladysmith has 5. Ball's unable to clear the net. Point for Ladysmith. The down ref is going over to the scorekeeper's table. There seems to be a discussion, not sure on what. Oh, they are still discussing rotation, as you can see right there. Any team can ask the down ref for a rotation check, and it's best to do it before the serve is taken, because if you are out of rotation and the serve is delivered, the whistle will blow and you will give a point to your opponent for being out of rotation. So that's what that little brief timeout was for. That's a kill by Rachel. Substitution. Amber and Jennifer came in for Lindsay and Rachel. The next server is Amber. That's a kill for Brittany. Hudson has 20. Ladysmith has 6. Substitution being made for the Ladysmith side. That's an ace for Amber on that short serve. Point for Hudson. That's a kill for Morgan. Hudson has 23. Lady Smith has 6. Timeout being taken by Lady Smith. This is Hudson's second tournament of the season. The first one was down at Prescott. This is a home tournament here. They have a tournament up in Maple, Wisconsin at Northwestern High School. They have one at Mora. So Hudson will be doing some traveling around, but Hudson has plenty more home games. You can always check on the Hudson High School webpage and go to athletics and get the complete listing of the volleyball schedules, including varsity, the 2 JV teams, and the 2 freshman teams. We still have some games at Menominee, at Eau Claire to do, so that's not a far drive. We'll be playing Chippewa Falls here in the next couple weeks out at Chippewa Falls. The timeout is over. Amber is ready to serve. That's an ace for Amber. This is game point for Hudson. Hudson has 24. Lady Smith has 6. That ball found the campfire. Bunch of girls around, but nobody where it needed to be. Drops in on the Hudson side. This is still game point for Hudson. Ball is hit out of bounds. That's a kill and game point and match point. With a final score of Hudson 25, Lady Smith 9. This match is over with Hudson taking the first 2 games of the match. There'll be a brief timeout while the other court finishes up their games. And we will be back for the third match of the day. Good afternoon now. I can say that. It is past 12 o'clock. We are at Hudson High School. We are watching the Hudson Invitational with 8 teams here. This is round number 3. The Hudson Raiders will be playing the Superior Spartans. Superior is in our conference. They are up there near Duluth. So they had a long ride here to get down here this morning. Hudson's on the far end of the court with Superior at the close end. Trying to get my camera in here to try and get as much of the court as I can. I have my own little perch here at the high school. But depending on what side or what position the courts are in, kind of leads me to sometimes good and bad positions. Hudson served first, with Lindsay being our first server. That's a kill for Kat. Found the back line. On the other court, we have Lady Smith and Prescott. That's a point for Superior. The score is tied at 1. Substitution on the Superior side. 4 hits on the Hudson side. Drops in on the Hudson side. Superior has 3. Hudson has 1. That's a kill for Alicia. Raiders have 2. The Spartans have 3. The next server is Kat. That's a kill for Kat. The score is tied at 3. Short serve for Kat. Nice dig up there by the Spartans. Ball is hit out of bounds by Superior. Point for Hudson. Nope, I'm sorry. Obviously that dropped in on the Hudson side. Superior has 4. Raiders have 3. It's a kill for Alicia. The score is tied at 4. Substitution. Morgan comes in, Cammie goes out, and the next server is Alicia. Nice play, but it is a point for Superior. That's a kill for Morgan. Excuse me. Score is tied at 5. Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. The next server is Amber. Nice block by Morgan and Jennifer, leading to the point. Reverse serve is out of bounds. The score is tied at 6. Substitution being made on the Superior side. That ball hits the basketball backboard up near the ceiling and ricochets down on the Superior side. That's a point for Hudson. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. Hudson has 7. Superior has 6. And the next server is Cammie. And we have some spillage on the floor. Some sweat, perhaps. And the Superior team is taking care of it. You don't want any of your teammates slipping, hurting themselves with debris or water on the court. Cammie is the next server. That's a redo. Ball from the other court has come across into our court. Cammie finds the back corner for a point and an ace. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Superior. Substitution being made on the Superior team. Kill by Cat. Katie's gone out. Morgan is in, or Alicia is in, and Morgan is serving. Drops in on the Hudson side. Hudson has 9, Superior has 8. Ball is served out of bounds. Substitution. Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Jennifer and Amber. The next server is Lindsay. That's a kill for Rachel. Hudson has 11, Superior has 8. Lift being called on Superior, point for Hudson. Lindsay continues to serve. Nice short serve by Lindsay for an ace. Timeout being called by Superior. First timeout of the game. Hudson has 13, Superior has 8. On the other court, we have Lady Smith and Prescott, And Prescott has a commanding lead of 20 to Lady Smith's 9. So you will hear lots of extra noise in here today. After this match is over, all the girls get a little lunch break before they start afternoon play, and gives the girls time to get to the school if they have to go from the high school to the middle school or vice versa. That's a kill by Cat. Lindsay does have a good command of those short serves. There's another ace for her. Hudson has 15. Superior has 8. And another ace for Lindsay. It's a kill by Cat. Hudson has 17. Superior has 8. Drops down in front of the blockers. Point for Superior. Natalie's hit is out of bounds. No, excuse me, that could not have been Natalie. That may have been Rachel. That's an ace for Superior. They found the back line. Hudson Raiders have 17. The Superior Spartans have 11. Player in the net on the Superior side. Point for Hudson. Cammie goes out. Natalie comes in. The next server is Kat. Hits the antenna, ruled out of bounds. Point for Superior. Substitution being made for the Spartans. Ball is hit out of bounds by the Spartans. Point for Hudson. Hudson Raiders have 19. Superior Spartans have 12. Katie's gone out. Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Morgan punches that ball down for a block and a point. once again. Morgan taps that one over for a point. Hudson has 21. Superior has 12. Superior puts that one into the net. Point for Hudson. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. I did not see the call on that one, but it is a point for Superior. Ball is hit out of bounds by Superior. And they are calling a tip or a touch before the ball went out of bounds, so the point is given to Superior. Nice little rally going on here. That's Rachel with the block and the point. Substitution, Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. Hudson has 23. Superior has 14. That's a kill for Superior. Ball finds the back line. Hudson has 23. Superior has 16. That's a kill for Jennifer. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. This is game point for Hudson. They have 24. Superior has 16. The next server is Cammie. There was a touch, so that's a point for Superior. This is still game point for Hudson. Substitution being made on the Superior team. Hudson has 24, Superior has 17. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Superior. Nope, excuse me, that fell in on the Superior side. Hudson has won the first game of the match with a final score of Hudson 25, Superior 17. Be a brief timeout while the players get set up for game number 2 of the match. We are about ready to begin the second game of the match between the Superior Spartans and the Hudson Raiders. These two teams are in the same conference, the Big Rivers Conference. Superior is serving first. Ball is served out of bounds. Hudson's on the board first. First server for Hudson is Cat. Cat's ball doesn't quite make it over the net. She was trying to go short. Score is tied at 1. Drops in on the Superior side. Point for Hudson. Alicia's the next server. Katie's gone out. Morgan's come in. The ball was hit out of bounds by Superior. Superior goes cross court. Puts that one down for a point. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. That's a kill by Brittany. Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. The next server is Amber. That's a kill by Superior. Hudson has 4, Superior has 3. Brittany finds the right spot for a point. Substitution. Cammie coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Raiders have 5, the Spartans have 3. That's a block at the net by Morgan for a point. Drops in on the Superior side. Hudson has 7, Superior has 3. Ball was served out of bounds by Cammie. Jennifer finds the back line for a point. Katie goes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Morgan. Gets around the blockers, a point for Superior. Morgan goes out. Katie comes in. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Superior. Jennifer hits that ball out of bounds. Hudson has 8, Superior has 7. That's a kill for Kat. Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Katie's ball drops down on the Hudson side. Rachel's ball comes down on the Hudson side. The score is tied at 9. It's a redo. Ball from the other court has come over to our side. The score is still tied at 9. Ball is hit out of bounds by Superior. Substitution. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. Dug up by Kat. And another ball has come across. They will do a redo again. Ball comes down on the Superior side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 11. Superior has 9. Brittany gets that one down for a point. Rachel puts that ball into the net. Substitution for Superior. Hudson has 12. Superior has 10. That's a kill for Alicia. Morgan comes in. Katie goes out. And the next server is Alicia. Hits the sidewall, which is ruled out of bounds. Point for Superior. Katie comes in. Alicia goes out. Gets a kill by Morgan, gets it over the top of the blockers. Substitution. Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. Next server is Amber. Drops in on the Hudson side. Cat hit the ball twice. The game on the other court is over. Unable to get that ball over the net. Point for Superior. Nice playing by the Hudson girls. Brittany's ball is hit into the net. The score is tied at 14. That was a point for Superior. They've taken the lead with 15. Ball is served out of bounds. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. And the score is tied at 15. We've got players from the other court crossing by. Cammie serve fails to clear the net. Net serve for Superior. Katie goes out. Alicia comes in, and the next server is Morgan. Drops in on the Superior side. A point for Hudson. Hudson has 17. Superior has 16. Cammie hits that ball out of bounds. The score is tied at 17. Ball is hit out of bounds. Superior has taken the lead again. They have 18. Hudson has 17. Ball drops in on the Superior side. Point for Hudson. Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Jennifer and Amber. The score is tied at 18, and Lindsay is the next server. That's an ace for Lindsay. Point for Superior. The score is tied at 19. Ball was served out of bounds by Superior. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. That's an ace for Kat. Nice dig by Kat. Brittany puts that ball into the net. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Brittany. Hudson has 21. Superior has 20. Nice block by Alicia. That's a kill for Superior. The score is tied at 21. Miscommunication in the front row. Point for Superior. Superior has 22. Hudson has 21. Timeout being called by Hudson. About ready to start up again after the timeout. Player in the net. Natalie was caught in the net. Point for Superior. Need to clean up the floor. Sometimes girls use their knee pads. Hudson has 21. Superior has 23. Getting noisy in here. We have a big crowd for both of these two teams. It's a point for Superior. This is game point for Superior. They have 24. Hudson has 21. Timeout being called by Hudson. Two timeouts have been taken by Hudson this game, none by Superior. This is game point for Superior. That is game for Superior. We will have to take this match to a third game to determine the winner. There'll be a brief timeout while the players get ready for the deciding game. We are about ready to begin the third game of the match between the Hudson Raiders and the Superior Spartans. This game will be needed to determine the winner of the match. This game is played to 15. You must win by 2 with no caps. The first server is Lindsay. Alicia finds the corner for a kill. Cat's ball is hit out of bounds. Point for Superior. The score is tied at 1. Cammie hits that ball out of bounds. Ball is hit out of bounds by Superior. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. The score is tied at 2. And the next server is Kat. Blocked at the net, but the block went out of bounds, so Superior gets the point. Natalie hits that one over for a point. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. The score is tied at 3. Ball is hit out of bounds by Superior. Point for Hudson. Amber finds the back corner for a point. Gets over the blockers for a point for Superior. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. The Raiders have 5. The Spartans have 4. Drops in on the Hudson side. Score is tied at 5. Ball is hit out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Jennifer is coming in for Lindsay. Next server is Amber. That's a point for Hudson. Hudson has 7. Superior has 5. Ball hits the net and drops back down on the Superior side. That's a point for Hudson. Timeout being called by Superior. Hudson has 8. Superior has 5. Have a very large crowd here staying for the Superior Hudson game. The timeout is over. Amber is back serving. Lift being called on Superior. Point for Hudson. That's an ace for Amber. Hudson has 5. Hudson has 10. Superior has 5. The block is hit out of bounds, so that is a point for Hudson. Timeout being called by Superior. The girls all huddle up. The tall young man to the right of the coach is the varsity team manager. That's Zach. He helps out in practice. He keeps stats during the game so that after each game or the end of the year, the girls knew how they did. Amber is still serving. Amber finds the back line for a point. Hudson has 12 and the Superior has 5. Amber is on quite a roll with her serves. That kill finds the back corner. Point for Superior. That's a point for Superior. Nice hit there. That's a point for Hudson. Cammie comes in. Natalie goes out. The next server is Cammie. Hudson has 13. Superior has 7. Cat's hit is out of bounds. Point for Superior. Drops in on the Hudson side. Hudson has 13. Superior has 9. Timeout being called by Hudson. ace for Superior. That's another point for Superior. They have come back. They are rallying. Hudson has 13. Superior has 12. Ball was served out of bounds. Katie goes out. Alicia comes in, and the next server is Morgan. This is game point for Hudson. That's a kill for Jennifer. That is game and point and match for Hudson. The final score of Hudson 15, Superior 12. There'll be a brief timeout while teams switch schools and get ready for another game. Good afternoon. We are back at Hudson High School for another match this afternoon. The Hudson Raiders are playing the Menominee Indians. In the other court, we have Prescott versus the Tigers, but I am not sure where they're from. Hudson will be serving first. Lindsay is the first server, excuse me. Block at the net for Amber and Alicia for a point. Redo, ball came across the court. So Lindsay will serve again. Menominee hits that ball into the net. Point for Hudson. Girls try, but they're unable to get that ball over the net. Menominee has 1, Hudson has 2. Alicia's ball goes out of bounds. Score is tied at 2. Net serve by Menominee. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Natalie comes in for Cammie. Then the next server is Kat. And I'm sorry, I am in such a position I really can't show much of that. Ball is hit out of bounds by Menominee. Point for Hudson. Tip over the blocker's hands. Point for Menominee. tried to take advantage of that overpass, but hit it out of bounds. That becomes a point for Hudson. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and Alicia is serving. Ball is hit out of bounds by Menominee. Point for Hudson. Off the blocker's hands and onto the Hudson side for a point. Menominee's hit doesn't get over the net. A substitution. Jennifer is coming in for Lindsay. The next server is Amber. Back row attack. Natalie finds the right spot for a point for Hudson. Hudson has 8. Menominee has 4. Ball is served out of bounds. Substitution on the Menominee side. Ball is hit out of bounds by Menominee. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. Hudson has 9, Menominee has 5. The next server is Cammie. It's a kill for Menominee. That's an ace for Menominee. Nice try by Katie. That's a point for Menominee. Ball is hit out of bounds. Katie giving it a good look. Substitution. Alicia is coming in for Katie, and the next server is Morgan. Hudson has 10. Menominee has 8. Tip over the blockers for a point. Morgan goes out. Katie comes in. on the Hudson side. Point for Menominee. Jennifer Reiner finds the right open spot for a point. Substitution. Lindsay is coming in for Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Four hits on the Menominee side. Hudson has 12, Menominee has 10. Block at the net by Alicia and Amber for points. Lindsay finds the back line. Nope. They're changing that to say out of bounds. Hudson has 13, Menominee has 11. Overpass brought down by Menominee for a point. Amber's ball fails to get over the net. Point for Menominee. Alicia's ball gets into the net. Menominee has 14, Hudson has 13. That's a kill for Alicia. The score is tied at 14. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. Off the blocker's hands for a point. That's a kill for Amber. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Natalie's ball heads out of bounds. Katie comes in, Alicia goes out. Drops in on the Menominee side for a point for Hudson. Lindsay goes out, Jennifer comes in, and the next server is Amber. The score is tied at 16. Natalie hits that ball into the net. Point for Menominee. Ball is hit out of bounds by Menominee. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. The next server is Cammie. The score is tied at 17. Four hits on the Menominee side. Point for Hudson. That's an ace for Cammie. Timeout being called by Menominee. Players have resumed their spots on the court. Signal is given for Cammie to serve. Player under the net has stepped over the middle line, so that's a point for Hudson. Hudson has 20, Menominee has 17. Cammie's ball is served out of bounds. That's a kill by Cat. Katie goes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Morgan. Morgan's serve is in the net. Morgan goes out, Katie comes in. Hudson has 21, Menominee has 19. Alicia taps that one over for a point. Substitution. Lindsay comes in for Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Drops in on the Hudson side, a point for Menominee. Hudson has 22, Menominee has 20. Menominee just had a substitution. Drops in on the Hudson side, point for Menominee. Points for Hudson. The next server is Kat. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. Pat's ball is served out of bounds. Hudson has 23. Menominee has 22. Alicia hits that ball into the net. The score is tied at 23. Timeout being called. Players are ready to resume. Signal is given for Menominee to serve. Four hits on the Hudson side. This is game point for Menominee. Menominee has 24. Hudson has 23. Point and game for Menominee. Menominee has won the first game of the match with the final score of 25, Hudson 23. Be a brief timeout before the players set up for the second game of the match. We are about ready to begin the next game of the match. Menominee serves first. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. First server for Hudson is Kat. Kat's hit is out of bounds. Point for Menominee. Nice dig by Menominee. The blocker's hand, a point for Hudson. Morgan is coming in for Katie, and the next server is Alicia. Hudson has 2, Menominee has 1. Ball is hit out of bounds. That's a kill for Brittany. Next serve by Alicia. Point for Menominee. Hudson has 4. Menominee has 2. Ball is out of bounds. Hit out of bounds by Menominee. substitution. Jennifer is coming in for Lindsay. Amber is the next server. Drops in behind the blockers. Point for Menominee. Substitution on the Menominee side. The Raiders have 5. The Indians have 3. Jennifer is blocked at the net. Drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Menominee. The score is tied at 5. Drops in on the Hudson side. Jennifer finds the back corner. The score is tied at 6. Cammie comes in for Brittany. And Cammie is the next server. Morgan's ball is hit out of bounds. Drops in on the Menominee side, a point for Hudson. The score is tied at 7. Katie goes out, Alicia comes in, and Morgan is the next server. Ball finds the back corner for Menominee. Morgan goes out. Katie comes in. Cat's hit is out of bounds. Menominee has 9. Hudson has 7. It's a point for Menominee. Miscommunication on the Hudson side. Point for Menominee. Ball is served out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Lindsay is coming in for Jennifer. And Lindsay is the next server. There's a redo, ball coming across the court. Lindsay will reserve. Ball was hit into the net by Menominee. Ball drops in on the Hudson side. Point for Menominee. Substitution on the Menominee side. Hudson has 9, Menominee has 12. Net serve. Point for Hudson. Substitution, Brittany is coming in for Cammie. And the next server is Kat. That's a kill for Brittany. Cat's serve is out of bounds. Menominee has 13, Hudson has 11. Alicia is blocked at the net. Amber hits that ball out of bounds. Menominee tips that ball over and down to the ground. Point for Menominee. Drops in on the Hudson side. Menominee has 17, Hudson has 11. Timeout being called by Menominee. Play is resuming. Block is hit out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Amber's ball is served out of bounds, or hit out of bounds. Point for Menominee. If Menominee wins this game, the match will be over. If Hudson wins, this match will go to a third game. Four hits on the Menominee side. Point for Hudson. Substitution, Jennifer is coming in for Lindsay. And the next server is Amber. Hudson has 13, Menominee has 18. Substitution being made on the Menominee side also. Over the blockers, point for Menominee. Substitution being made on the Menominee side. Hudson has 13, Menominee has 19. Net serve by Menominee. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Jennifer's ball is hit out of bounds. Point for Menominee. They have 20. Hudson has 14. That's an ace for Menominee. Timeout being called by Hudson. About ready to resume the game. Hudson has 14, Menominee has 21. In this tournament, the other court will have the first and second place winners, and this court will have the third and fourth place winners. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are out at the middle school. Pat's ball is hit into the net. Jennifer's ball drops down on the Hudson side. Menominee has 23, Hudson has 14. Lift being called on Menominee, point for Hudson. Katie goes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Morgan. Morgan's serve trickles over the net. Ball gets between the blockers. This is game point for Menominee. Morgan goes out, Katie comes in. Substitution being made for Menominee. Hudson has 15, Menominee has 24. Point for Hudson. Ball fails to get over the net. Substitution. Lindsay is coming in for Jennifer, and the next server is Lindsay. And that's a net serve by Lindsay. The game and the match are over. Menominee has won with a final score of 25 to Hudson 16. Menominee has taken third place in this tournament. Hudson has taken fourth. And in a few moments, I will know the finishing of the other court because they are now starting their third game of the match. The tournament has completed, and here are the top 4 standings. Hudson Raiders took 4th, Menominee Indians took 3rd, Prescott took 2nd, and Northwestern from Maple, Wisconsin took 1st. And that is the conclusion of the Hudson Raiders invite with 8 schools, and those were the top 4 place finishers. Thank you.